What happens when you take the brutality of Viking warriors, the elegance of assassin's law, and mix it all into one massive open world adventure? Well, you get Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Today we're diving deep into Ubisoft's ambitious Viking saga, covering everything from story, gameplay, and world design to whether this game truly earns its place in the Assassin's Creed franchise. My name is Reaper, and let's get into this video. Is Assassin's Creed Valhalla worth a playthrough? Well, I'm gonna let you know. The story of Valhalla takes us back to the late ninth century during the Viking expansion into England. You play as Eivor, a fierce warrior from Norway who can be male or female depending on your choice, or even dynamically switch between them if you like. The story follows the journey of the Raven clan as they seek a new home in England. Along the way, you'll forge alliances with Saxon kings, clash with rival clans, and unravel the hidden war between the Assassin Brotherhood and the Temple Order. What I really like is how Ubisoft captures the Viking spirit, not just the raiding and pillaging, but the sense of community, honor, and family. That being said, the pacing can drag. Some arcs are incredibly compelling, while others feel like filler designed to stretch out an already massive game. Regarding the gameplay and mechanics, Assassin's Creed Valhalla involves the RPG formula established in Origins and Odyssey. Expect skill trees, gear progression, and a heavy focus on exploration. The combat is brutal, weighty, and perfectly Viking. Dual wielding axes, crushing enemies with hammers, and unleashing finishes feels satisfying, but it's not all blood and steel. You also have access to the iconic hidden blade, stealth mechanics, and social stealth in cities, which bring back that classic Assassin's Creed flavor. Raids are a standout feature. Leading your crew to storm monasteries and fortresses is thrilling, and watching your settlement grow as you invest in new buildings adds a personal touch. Still, I'll be honest, combat can get repetitive, enemy variety isn't as strong as it could be, and by hour 60, you'll feel like you've seen most of what the game has to offer in battle. Regarding the world and the exploration of it, this is where Valhalla shines the brightest. The world is breathtaking. Norway is harsh and beautiful with its snowy peaks and fjords, while England is lush, vibrant, and filled with rolling hills, rivers, and iconic landmarks. Every region has its own personality, from the swamps of East Anglia to the towering cliffs of Snottinghamshire. Sorry for my pronunciation, I don't know that word. And unlike Odyssey, which often felt too big for its own good, Valhalla strikes a better balance. The world is still huge, but it's dense with activities, mysteries, world events, treasures, and legendary hunts that make exploration feel worthwhile. So you actually don't feel the hours being wasted to a certain extent, obviously. Whereas climbing and parkour, though, are still simplified compared to classic Assassin's Creed games. Don't expect the complex city escapes of Ezio's adventures. The RPG progression and customization The RPG systems are deeper than ever. Instead of leveling up traditionally, you earn skill points to invest in a giant skill constellation. Unlocking new abilities and stat boosts, this gives you freedom to shape Eivor as a stealth assassin, a brute warrior, or a balanced hybrid. Gear is also customizable, with each armor set offering unique bonuses. Unlike Odyssey's loot overload, Valhalla focuses on fewer, more meaningful pieces of gear that you can upgrade throughout the game. Settlement upgrades, tattoos, hairstyles, and ship customization all add flavor, making the game feel personal. When we talk about the presentation and performance, visually Valhalla is stunning. Ubisoft nailed the atmosphere, from the northern lights dancing over snowy Norway to the golden sunsets over English fields. Character models are detailed and the cutscenes feel cinematic. The soundtrack deserves special mention. It's haunting, powerful, and perfectly Viking. Jesper Kid and Sarah Schnacker delivered one of the best Assassin's Creed soundtracks to date. That said, bugs were a major complaint at launch. Glitches range from funny ragdoll physiques to frustrating quest breaking bugs. Even after updates, you may still run into issues. I have run into a few of those, I can't lie. But my final thoughts on the game: Assassin's Creed Valhalla is massive, sometimes too massive for its own good, but it's also a love letter to Viking culture, with a world that begs to be explored, a brutal combat that makes you feel like a true Norse warrior, and enough assassin lore to remind you that yes, this is still part of the franchise. If you love open world RPGs, Norse mythology, or just want to lose yourself in a rich world for 100 plus hours, Valhalla delivers that. expeditiously. But if you're craving a tighter, more focused Assassin's Creed experience, you may find it bloated and repetitive. Like I said, the world is big, so you end up fighting the same guys or doing the same battles over and over again. So it might just feel like you're doing the same thing multiple different times. For me, Valhalla is a strong entry in the series. Even if it doesn't quite reach the heights of the classics, I'd give it possibly maybe a 7. I'm leaning towards 6, 7 out of 10, but maybe an 8 out of 10, just because of the setting and how beautiful it is. That might just gain it brownie points for me. Well, that's the end of the video. So, what do you think of Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Did it live up to the Viking hype, or did its massive scale leave you feeling burnt out and empty towards the end of the game? If you understand what I'm saying. Well, I would really appreciate it if you guys would drop your thoughts about the game in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dive reviews. And I would also really appreciate it if you guys would share these videos on this channel with your friends so we can grow the community. Well, that's it from Reaper. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next deep dive. That's it. Peace.